Hi guys, how are you? How are you? Hi guys, how are you? Are you good? I'm good. I took the best nap ever. I woke up and I was like, now I'm gonna go on a live stream with you guys. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm super good. I'm super good. How are you guys? I wanted to go on a earlier stream today, but I was so tired. So I took a Wesley. So I took a nap and then I started focusing on this. Hello Benjamin Philip, how are you? So I'm in 2 long positions right now on Bitcoin. And thank you so much. Espacios and Sitios. I don't know how to pronounce that. But I am in 2 long positions on Bitcoin. And I did put my order in this morning. And I had my entry. I have to look at exactly where my entry is. I always forget that. I always write it down. But I don't have my block here. So I have my entry at 50, what is it? 58,770. So 58,000. Yeah, so I have my order got activated. So my first order I had was around 58,400, but when the market, I had a buy limit, so because of the spread never went through the whole my buy limit, so it didn't get activated, so that kind of sucked. Otherwise it would just have been down at this wick right here, super perfect, but it didn't. So I saw the market coming up a little bit, and then I did have my entry around, so I just moved my entry up a little bit because I saw the market wasn't able to go back down to this level, so I just moved my entry. I had another buy limit, so it got activated, so I got 2 orders right now. So I am in profit, and if I'm just gonna follow how the market is looking right now, it seems like we can continue back up again. But the market has been super slow today, so market came back down. I was just like a little bit in drawdown, but not so much. Okay, so, but I have my take profit around 62,000 because, as I told you yesterday, if you saw my live stream, I do believe the market will come up to this level and create the potential lower high, and then market could continue back down. I would like to know what would be your entries on. I think you would not enter the 68% level. Hi Nat, hope you had a great weekend. I had a super great weekend. I hope you had too. My weekend is calm. Like, the only thing that I do right now is actually be at the computer. So, but I hope yours were good too. Okay, so Wesley wants me to look at CELR. Do you have a specific number? Did you go into a trade on this one, Wesley? No, I did not. I was just looking 5 minutes ago. Oh, okay. Bitcoin is going up, I think, the last few hours, test 61%. Yes, I do think so too. Yes, I'm just gonna see what, I mean, usually when the market is, I mean, 61% is the golden number, right, on Fibonacci. But most of the time, it just respects the 50%. What I've noticed. So yeah, okay. So someone wanted me to look at Ethereum, Euro, was it? Oh yeah, exactly. Hi Nat. So your plan is to take profit at 62K and then analyze from there. Is that right? Because you want to enter another long from there? Not necessarily short from. Okay, so yeah, I have my take profit at 62K. Obviously, I always follow the market and see how it goes. But 62K is not that far away. But the overall picture that I'm having is to see if that could be the lower high that we're creating, because the market is just going down, right? But I'm not telling you that the market will go back down from this level, but by just following market structure, the market could come up to this level and create the lower high and then continuing back down. So that's what I see. So I mean, right now what I am doing, I'm just trading the pullback, and that is why I always look at how the market is actually moving, because the market can, the pullback can end whenever. That's the thing. So that's why I always have to follow it. But I do have my take profit way, and with time, if I see more entries, I just jump into them. But Ethereum, was it? No, someone wanted me to look at Ethereum, and can you look at Ethereum Euro? Because the can you look at Ethereum, please? I'm looking to sell and buy back lower. Okay, so I do. I think the market could come back down to 3,600 or 700, and I'm basing that off. You can see on the data chart. You can see that we did have the fake out. Hello Nat. Hello Marvy. Cool. Good evening. Thank you for your TAs. Can you look at TLM? Yes, I'm gonna do that soon, please. I do believe the market could come back down. It can come back down, so pull back, because the market tried to fake us out from this level and didn't. So usually what happens when you're having a fake out is that the market comes back down and retest the real support that we're having right here. So market could come back down to 3,700. And that is also if you're just using these this low from 3,520 to the highest point at 3,920. You can see the market also with the Fibonacci. So you have two confirmation that the market could come back to this level. So you do have the risk support. You had the fake out. And by this time now, we know that usually the market comes back down and retests after a fake out, and then market goes back up. But I mean, if we're having a candlestick closing like this in 4 hours and 57 minutes, it doesn't look that good for the market to continue to the upside. you're kind of having a huge, I don't know if you want to call it like that, I think you want to call it a huge inverted hammer on the weekly. So doesn't matter what time frame we're looking at, the market is always having patterns. So if we're closing like this, I do believe we will come back down on the next candle that opens in for, I do believe we will have another bearish week. So what could happen is also that the market is right now retesting. I thought Ethereum would go much lower based on the weekly. Yeah, exactly, Ian. And that's what I see right now also, is that, and this is what I expect happening on Ethereum too, that the market comes up to the weekly Fibonacci and then the market goes back down. So I do believe from this level where we are right now, the market I do believe we'll come back down, because looking at this, we do respect the Fibonacci 61%. And we had the fake out from this level from, if we're just taking the trend line right here, we're also respecting that. So what could happen is that we right now will retest the trend line around 3,870. Okay, I mean around the trend line, and then the market slowly starts to go back down. But the only thing at that point is that we have to see how the market is behaving around 3,700, because the market is having the support where the market tried to fake us from. But otherwise, if we are breaking this level, the first target that I can see Ethereum Euro coming to is 3,380. Obviously, it's not going to happen right away, but zigzag down, and eventually it will hit. Comes back up a little bit, maybe retesting 3,700, and then just might slowly go back down. But that is the first thing that I see right now. Mark is here. Hello, how are you? Olumide is here. Fadi, can you check Jot? Yes, of course. I'm super good, guys. How are you? So this is like the exact what I expect Bitcoin to do. But obviously, from what's happening right here, I just have to wait and see. I'm still in good profits, but obviously more will happen. So if we are respecting this trend line that we just broke, so this is the counter trend line that we're having. Let's see what else. Let's see, HOT. Oh yeah, so we came back down to, on HOT, we came back down and retested the 50%, I think this is, yeah. Market went to the upside, but obviously we want to see what can happen right now. We're just starting over, obviously, because that is the best thing that we can do. It looks like we are going... So yeah, just looking at this, the market is creating lower lows and higher highs and higher lows. I bought AOT in April. How's it going, Wesley? In April? Oh, you bought the market here? God damn it, Wesley. Well, I guess you're in profit now. I hope so, but... Okay, so just looking at this right now, we're taking Fibonacci first of all, from lowest point to the highest point on the weekly chart. We came back down and we did retouch the 50%. but on the daily we're also having a little downtrend. So we're just gonna fix the trend line so it will be precisely. So we actually just broke the trend line right now. It looks super, this looks actually super good, to be honest. Like, it's really important how you're doing your trend lines, because one wrong thing and you're seeing the market in a whole different way. Okay, so we're having the same scenario right now on Bitcoin, that we did break the counter trend line and the market goes up. To what level can we see the market coming to? I just want to see how it looks on the 12-hour chart. Okay, 8-hour chart. Okay, so what we potentially could see right now is that we could come back down, because the market, we did break the downtrend when we had the last lower high. And okay, so to be precisely, around 0.1, the market did at last lower high. Market continued to the upside, and we also broke the last lower high previous. So right now we did break the trend line. So if the market hold this uptrend, the market could come back down and retest 61% around 0.13308, and then continues to the upside. Or we're just coming back down with a quick wick and retest 0.13530, something like that, and then continuation to the upside. Looking at the daily, looking at the weekly. This is the thing, do you really have to try to combine the candlesticks together from the higher time frames to the lower time frames and just see what it's actually telling you? But I mean, we are coming back down and retesting, as long as we're not closing. So for example, if you're seeing the market retested, as long as you're not having a 4-hour candle closing inside of this trend line again, at that point you could have the market retesting it and then continues to the downside. Girl, where you gonna destroy my dreams? Chart some 65k things. Sorry. I mean, I can be totally wrong too. I mean, who am I to say what could happen? But yeah, on AHOT could come back down and retest the 50 and 61%. But obviously, if we are doing that, we can also just retest the trend line and then continues to the upside, as long as we're not having a candlestick closing inside of it. Because if we're having that, potential fake out, market comes back down a little bit more. Capiche? Dot. Just want to see how it looks on Bitcoin. And we're closing inside. We're closing inside the counter trend line. So we're just about to go inside the trend line again. And that could tell me also that, okay, so 30 minutes left of this candle. So I want to see how that happens, because we are right now gluing to the trend line. So as long as we're not coming inside of it, that's the thing. So because when we're taking trades, we should not have panic. We should trust our analysis. But obviously we have to see what potentially could happen. Okay, so we have an, I'm just gonna put, hi Nat, I'm happy we are moving up overall. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna put an alarm on when the clock is, so I'm right now in profit. It's 260 pips in total that I am in profit right now. And yeah. Okay, I just wanna I can do it like this. So if we're seeing the market coming back down to this level, we're putting up an alert. So if it comes back down, it will tell us everyone, and we're gonna look at what's happening. Okay, so we're starting off with a DOT, USDT, and also we're starting off with the weekly, daily, I'm sorry, weekly, super, this, I mean, come on guys. So I know your dreams is that that we should go up, but looking at the weekly candlestick, they're huge, like huge candlestick to the downside. That means at least a couple of days in the beginning of the week we're gonna be bearish. That's what I think. So on the weekly we're having a huge candlestick. We're also having a Fibonacci. We did just touch the 50%. Okay, so we're going down to the lower time frame. So on the daily we can take a trend line, and we're adjusting it on the 4-hour chart so it looks super perfect, because that's the key, having a super perfect, right? So on the market right now that we're having, the market is just going sideways, to be honest. So we're going sideways between 42 and 38. So either the market will come back down and retest the 60%. So for example, when we're having the market opening, like not opening, but obviously cryptocurrencies is already open, but when Monday is starting, and then market could come back down. I'm drinking coffee, Mark. Like, it's super good. Yeah, so either it break the trend line, continuation to the upside. So this is just like on DOT right now. We have to wait and see how the market's going to behave around this trend line. I think that is kind of the most important thing. You can also see that we're having a small, I mean, I don't know if this is super valid right now, but we could definitely use it from where the market starts to push to the upside. And yeah, so, but this resistance trend line, I think it's more important to see how it works towards it. And same thing here. So when we're breaking the trend line, as long as we're not having the next candle closing inside, because if we're having that, the market could retest it and then continues back down. And usually when you're having like when we're going between these levels right now, so in the market going sideways, the market will try to fake us out. It's when the market is just going down, that's when you're having your quick entries on a sideways market. When the market is going in between the resistance and the support, that's when you're having something like this. The market tries to break it, comes back inside, retest, go back down a little bit. Sometimes the market comes back down to the support, sometimes it doesn't. And yeah, so either we break it or we hold it. Guys, don't fight on this live stream. Don't fight. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. I don't want to look at the 1 minute chart, the 1 hour chart, because I want to see how the market is reacting to this level. So guys, we're not supposed to be on a trade all the time. We have to wait and see how the market is moving against these levels, and after that we are taking the decisions. So please guys, be patient. TLM USDT. So for example, today when I was taking my trades, the market I haven't been in profit for so long. So when I took my nap, it was actually when I woke up, I saw the market definitely, I was in some good profits. It took some time. And we're looking at TLM. And we're having a huge, okay, so right now, so I already have the drawings on because we've been looking at this pair before. And the market right now is trying to retest this resistance that we're having around 0.37. and we're having trouble breaking it because we've been here before, and this is what I'm talking about. So when the market is going in between these levels, it's super normal the market tries to fake us out. So potentially what could happen to TLM is right now we're coming inside of this resistance again, turning into a new resistance, and then we're coming back down. So that's definitely something that I could see, because we're having two huge, if you, me as a trader, if you don't know, I'm a price action and market structure trader. So the only thing that I'm looking at is how the candlesticks is working against these levels. And when we're having candlesticks like this, they're too huge for me to go in. It's too huge for me to go into a market when a long opportunity when I see huge bearish candlestick like this. But on the lower time frames, obviously we have to wait and see how it looks. But that's why 4-hour candles is super good, because the 4-hour will actually show us more precisely on what's going on than the 1-hour chart. Because when you're going below 4-hour, usually that's just manipulation. So it's easier for us to get faked out. At least that's how I see it. But I mean, we all trade different. So some people are just trading below 1 hour. But at that point, you're looking at other things, I think. So yeah, on TLM, just watch how the market is reacting to this high, to this resistance at 0.37. If we're closing below it, retest it, the market will continue back down. But if you start to see the market's not coming back down so much, it could actually try to break it and then continues to the upside. But just to have in mind, this is why it's really good looking at the weekly, especially on Sundays, because now we can see how the market is, how the candlestick is looking. And just the same thing with yeah, so this is what I expect the market to do. So we're coming inside the trend line again. So I just might have to close my positions, but we have to wait and see, because we can also just have a fake out to the inside, then the market comes back up. Obviously we have to be looking at the lower time frames. I want to see how the market will react to Okay, so 38 minutes left of this 2-hour candle also. On Bitcoin. So for if you knew, I'm in too long position from this level right here. So yeah, we just might come back down, but we just have to wait and see how. This could also be just a wick, but definitely. If we're breaking 59.277 and we're retesting it level from below, the market will come back down. At that point, I'm gonna take myself out. I'm still in profit, but not the way I thought it would be. But hey, that's trading, right? So. So it's good to have the trend line on the lower time frames also, because on the lower time frames we could see the retest and then market continues back down. Marcus here, it was a long time ago you were in my live streams. Where the hell have you been? Okay, so we're gonna look at another pair while Bitcoin is going down and playing with everyone's emotions. Trying to play with mine too, but it's not working. Because when you're having a system that you're following, you know that you will always be able to have more trades open. But this is a very important level that we're having around 59,277 on Bitcoin, because if we're breaking that level, we will come back down. Or we could. I'm not gonna say will, because everything can happen, obviously. And remember, I'm no financial advisor. I'm no financial advisor, guys. Whatever I do and say is based on my own experiences, and everything that I do is my responsibility, and everything you do is your responsibility. Okay? Looking at TLM, we have done that. DOT, we have done that. TLM. Maybe we were looking at this pair too, I'm not sure. Maybe this was the one we were looking at. Okay, so now is this the exciting things happening on Bitcoin. So we could definitely start to have a red candlestick going back down. Because when you follow and see how the candlesticks is working, you kind of know how it looks when the market starts to break to the downside. Okay, so we're looking at 3 minutes left of this candle. We're just closing at this level that I was talking about. So either we will start to have a huge candlestick right now just going down, or we will continue back up. So this is the moment, guys. Oh shit. Something scared me. So we're going up. Oh yeah, Ridvia. No, I don't have an academy, but this is just like Wesa says. We're actually working on a academy for Bitcoinsensus. So when we're having the market, when we're having the academy done, we will tell you guys. Yes, and guys, please, it's 61 people watching this live stream. Can you please help me and grow this channel by liking this live stream? I thought the live stream was the academy. Well, that's a compliment there. Okay, so whatever. So we just might see what's happening, and we're going up. But let's see what's gonna happen. This could just be the fake out to the downside. So this is also what it could be. Oh, that was the 5 minutes chart. I want to see how it looks. Oh, but that was kind of good. Yes, guys, thank you. Go in and like this live stream. I just have to say that you explained that very well. For experienced traders, your opinions and predictions on the charts are very accurate, especially for new traders, teaching them how the market works. Thank you so much. I'm super happy to hear that you like the way I teach. Try to make it simple, stupid. Can you look at Anthem? Yes. Atom, USDT, Cosmos. Starting off because we have been here. Okay, so we're taking this one away and let's see what's happening. Okay, so on Cosmos, I already had so I expect the market to come up to 30.95 because that's the Fibonacci numbers that we're having. So I definitely see the market doing a pullback to this level, and then the market could come back down to 21.79 because that is the higher time frames Fibonacci. So when we're coming to that level, to this level down here, that's when I expect the market to continue to the upside. So right now what we're looking for, because the market is on its way down, we are looking where the lower high potentially could come up to. At that point, I'm selling to where I see the market potentially can start to break to the upside, and at that point I'm starting to buy the market. You're helping me a lot as a new trader. I have gotten a lot safer with my trades after watching you. Thank you so much. Thank you super much. So that's what I expect on Cosmos. But we obviously have to break this level first of all. But as always, we cannot always trade, so that's why we're waiting to see how the markets react to this. If we're seeing the market doesn't hold, yeah, so that's what I expect right now. Okay, we're starting off, we're looking at Bitcoin again. So ENG. So we're gonna look at ENG, USDT. Hey, Lauren. Hey. Hey, that means hello in Swedish. We could also say hey son. And we can say tjenare. Tjenare, bra eller? Okay, starting up with the weekly, I'm gonna do something like this. So we're gonna drag down the resistance that we're having around 3.118. That is the weekly chart. And we're having hur mår du idag? Jag mår bra, hur mår du själv då? Real-time market observations is a great way to teach this stuff. It's super good. Yeah, I know. You learn so much by just watching the charts. Like just following how the market is actually moving, like from 1 minute to the next one to the next hour. What are they saying? Like you need knäckebröd. Hello from America. Hello, Akea. Yeah, jättebra min vän. Sunday fun day. Är ingen för... What? Do you look at RSI very much on different... I don't look at... I don't look at RSI. I don't look at that. I don't use indicators. Kan du snälla analysera det? Okay, so what could potentially happen on ENG is that we're coming back down to this support that we're having that is also combined with the 61% level that we're having around 3.1. So for the market to come back, because right now we're just having the market going back down. The market is just it's like a falling knife. and we did break and retest this level. So yeah, I could definitely see market coming back down to this level, and at that point we obviously want to see how the market is behaving around 3.1. If we're having a huge bearish candlestick, obviously that's not a good way to buy the market. Yeah, because we're having such a huge momentum. We just want to see the market slow down, maybe consolidate, and then the market goes back up. So I would look for around 3.1 and see how the market behaves. But definitely retest against 3.5, comes back down, continuation to the upside. Shiba. Okay, so Bitcoin is about to break the trend line again. So this could also just be the fake out that we're having to the inside of this trend line, and then you actually see the retest and then market continues up. But hey, that's something that we have to wait and see. But that is definitely also something that could happen. So when the market, for example, I'm always looking at the fake outs, where they are and how they react to it. But just as KK is telling me, dangerous, I mean, I'm already in a trade, so I have a good position. So if the market comes back down, I'm not going to be in drawdown. Fedhäste, vad ska man göra för att få en mening omkring Rune just i? Massor. Är det kärlek från Danmark? We can look at that. Okay, so on Shiba we're looking at, yeah, just momentum to the downside. Obviously, I remember when Shiba was like having this huge momentum and people started to buy the market at the top. That was so wrong. But hey, so yeah, looking at Shiba, if we're just following market structure, we're coming back down, maybe to 3750, or we can come back down to 3035. And yeah, we're having the trend line like this from the top to where the fake out, and we're having this previous support where we're just about to break. So I'm using this previous, so this is also a good thing. So because what we can do is that when we're seeing the fake outs, usually what I am doing is that I'm trying to find where the market actually have the solid support and resistance zone. So I'm not using this fake out. I'm using this support because this was actually where the market retested, come back down, retest, broke. You have another fake out. We tried to hold it, we didn't, so we broke and retested it. So this for me is just telling me we will come back down. Obviously, we have to wait and see how the market is going to behave around 42.18. Okay, Benjamin Philip, thank you so much. Have a great Sunday, you too. Have a good day. So market could come back down to 4196, around that level. This support, if we're breaking that one, we can definitely come back down to 30.44, but that is also Fibonacci. So at that point, we just might see the market continuing to the upside. So that's what I see. Okay, we're gonna look at Rune USDT, guys. Can you please, guys, share with me what's like the most What is the hardest thing when it comes to trading for you? Okay, so this is the thing right now on Bitcoin. So I'm gonna continue with Bitcoin first of all, because okay, no, I don't have to do that. I think Bitcoin will come back down also. But we're looking at Rune and what potentially could happen. Just looking at this, we're also having a weekly candle looking like this. So if we're closing like that and looks like that, I do believe we will come back down. Count profits. Hardest thing is to take profit. Yeah. Selling is hardest, yeah. Holding positions and patience. Yeah, everyone is having the same problem. So I mean, it's nothing strange of having. Knowing when and when not to enter the 61% level. Lol. I'm gonna go through these soon. I'm just gonna give this person from Denmark the analyze. The person from Denmark. Hello. Okay, so looking at Rune on the weekly, we also have a huge candlestick to the downside. Just want to see how it looks. Yeah. So if we're closing on a weekly candle like this, I do believe we will come back down a little bit more, but we just might have a wick, or maybe next week we're just gonna have a, you know, at the end of next week we just might have a doji or something. But what could also happen is that we are right now retesting. We could just might retest 10.8 and then market starts, and then the market starts to break to the upside. But we're having the downtrend right now. Oops. Okay, just maybe go to the 4-hour chart so we can see exactly. Okay, so we're having a trend line looking like this. So right now we are battling, are we gonna hold these supports? We are right now retesting. We are right now retesting the 50% of the Fibonacci. So yeah, either we will break this level 2 to the upside and break the trend line continues to the upside. Because we're having this fake out, and as always, usually when we're having the fake outs from certain levels, we can just take it like this. Can you see? Okay, you had the resistance, market broke to the upside, came back up and retested it, comes back down. And this is the same thing right now, is that we could have the fake out to the downside, market retest, continuation to the upside. So I would look at how the market is behaving around 10.4, and if we're actually gonna hold this as a support, or if we're gonna break the trend line. So I wouldn't do anything more than just wait to see how it goes. And that's also something that I can see a lot of people having problem with, is the patience. So this is why this is the patience you need. But patience comes, guys, patience comes when you know what you're looking for. When you don't have a system, that's when you're not patient, because you don't have the system. You're just going in and yeah, the market will break this. It looks like the market will do this. So you don't actually have anything. You don't actually have anything to follow. And when you're following the system, that's actually when you're gonna start to see how your patience is turning into something very good instead. I mean, that just sounded weird, but you will be more patient when you know what to look for. I know everyone wants to be in a trade, but as everyone here knows also how painful it is when we do not wait, and after that you see what happened, that oh yeah, if I just waited like 5 minutes more, I would have been in profit. Thank you, Wesley, so much. And someone's talking to me about marrying me and giving me 10 buckets of milk and 2 goats. Oh. Okay, so we're looking at... Oh my god, guys, it's 109 people watching this live stream. I'm so happy. Please do me a favor, guys. Go inside and like this live stream so we're able to look at more. While I'm looking at more cryptocurrencies, you can like it so we can reach out to more people. That would be so nice. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're looking at TEL, and it's the same thing here. We are right now on the weekly. We do have a huge bearish candlestick. So what potentially could happen during this week, because at this level that I'm having on the weekly, I do have a support at 0.17, and we could see from this level you had a lot of fake out, so the market really tried to break this level, but it never had the power to do that. Can you see? Fake out, retest, continuation, fake out, retest, continuation. And we also have a trend line on the 4-hour chart, or the daily, looking at the 4-hour. Yeah, so it makes sense. So you're having a super strong support right here, and you also have a trend line. So if we're coming back down to this level around maybe, as I said, 0.17, you could see either the market trying to fake us out again and then continuation to the upside, or it will actually break it and then continue to the downside. So that's why it's, I mean, I cannot tell you what's going to happen, but I can tell what I would look for. Because just looking at this, we're also having a... We do have another support on the 4-hour chart. And this is the same thing. So we had the fake out, we have the retest, but the market is just going, the market is going down. But if you're holding 0.178, the market could slowly start to break to the upside. But at that point, we're also looking at this resistance that we're having at 0.02. This is like is a very strange pair. Like you can see, it's like have no. I mean, it has direction, but it's just like up down, up down. Like it make no sense. It's like huge spikes from nowhere. B2C will hit 100K after Thanksgiving. Who said that? Who said that? That's why Mark Dutch is still Solana. Should we look at Solana? We can first look at Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is going down. Breakout, fake out, retest, continuation to the downside. I'm still gonna have some patience because I still want to see how the market behaves around 59,284. I don't like the hourly candle on Bitcoin. No, I don't like it either. I totally agree with you. But this is this level that we're having right here between between 59,200 and 59,380 is a very strong level. As you can see, the market, you know, it's having trouble breaking it. Who's John? Crazy Ray, love you, John. Who is John? I mean, it's good spamming with love, that's good, but as long as you're not trying to fool people, love is always good, right? Okay, we were supposed to look at Solana. I hope you're having a great weather wherever you are in the world, because I was outside for a minute today in Sweden and it was so freaking cold. I seriously was like, okay, so now the winter is really starting to come to Sweden, and I just felt like this is the last time I ever go outside. Obviously that's not gonna happen, but it's super cold in Sweden. Okay, so we are looking at Sol. So this is the good thing. If you were looking at my live stream yesterday, or was it Solana I did yesterday on my video, I think that I did actually tell you guys that 210 could be the level where the market spikes to the upside. Wait. Yeah, whatever. So we did continue to the upside. So this is a good thing. That's why, guys, you should subscribe to my channel, because yesterday I did talk about Solana and I told you guys that either the market will hold 210 as a support and go up, or it will come back down to 200 and continue up. 210 was the level where the market broke to the upside. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that and like this live stream. But on Solana, we're just having a huge momentum right now, so it's pretty hard to see anything. Yeah, so the market has already done its move, so it's kind of hard right now, to be honest. This is just potential. If you see the markets breaking to the downside again, the market could come back down to this previous resistance around 220. Thank you, Mark. And what else should I look at? So there's no point for me to analyze a market who has such huge momentum, because to be honest, yesterday when Bitcoin was just going up so much, I was just leaving the charts because there was nothing to look at. Hi Natalie, same here with the weather in Scotland too. Winter storm. Oh yeah, I know we're not so far away from each other. So yeah, the weather is not the best in Europe, especially not Sweden and stuff. Gala USDT. Okay, so we're looking at Gala USDT, and we're having huge momentum right now also on Gala. Looking at the weekly, so we're having a huge bullish, I'm sorry. And same thing here. Okay, so we're having on the daily. Okay, we're taking everything away. So this is potentially what I can see right now. So we're using the previous support and resistance zones, supply demand zones, whatever you want to call it. So you have a resistance right here. So if we see the market actually closing below 0.36 and we see the retest, the market could come back down. At that point, we're looking at this previous support that we're having around 0.20. And it looks like we're gonna break this level and retest it. We can just adjust this a little bit so we're not having the biggest box. But if we want to be more precisely, we're using, so if we're breaking this level right now and retest 0.37059 around that level, retest continuation to the downside, or we could just might see the market coming up again and then continue to the upside. But looking at the weekly, I mean, we can continue to the upside, but it's really hard when you're just having a huge candlestick like that. Yeah, so we're looking at Bitcoin again, obviously, because I just want to see how it looks on the 12-hour again. Well, just wait and see, just wait and see. Okay, so I saw that Wesley said SCLP, USDT, scallop. Okay. Okay, we're using this previous resistance at 7.3 on the daily. Right now, what could happen is that you're actually having to retest against 7.3, then the market will continue back down. To what level? We could come back down to this previous resistance right here, and that is around, or support, that could be around 5. The market comes back to that level. If we're taking a Fibonacci from 3.3 to 7.8, that is also combined with the resistance or support that I was just talking about. You can see at 61%. And yeah, so maybe retest 7.3, then slowly coming back down to 5, and then you see the shift of the momentum to the upside again. Theta, USDT, okay, let's see what's happening right here. Okay, so we're having on theta, we do have a resistance around 7.5, and we're also having a trend line right here. Just want to see how it looks on the daily. Yeah, so I mean, make no sense right now because it's super far away. But if we're just looking at the overall right now, we do have the market breaking the downtrend. So it looks like we can come up to the resistance one more time, having huge momentum right now. So it's pretty hard to do anything. Looking at the weekly, okay, we do have dojis. Okay, so I'm taking a Fibonacci. I'm taking a Fibonacci from 5 to the highest point at 7.4. And we did come back down and retest the... Can you see how precisely this is? Like, guys, this is beautiful. This is why I love fibs. Like, I will never stop telling you, you should definitely start to use fibs because it helped me so much, and it always does that. Market came back down, retested 61%. Market continues to the upside. And you could see when we came back down to this level, this was when we started to move to the upside. The market changed. Thank you so much. Yes, guys, go inside and like this live stream. That would be super nice of you. And you can also look at this right now. We're having, if we're just scrolling down on to the description, we do right now have a bonus up to $4,100 on Femex. So you claim that bonus. Obviously, it depends on how much you are depositing, but you're having the link in the description down below. Prime XPT is also a super good day trading platform that I also use, and you can receive up to 50% added to your deposit if you're using the code that I'm also having in the description, Bitcoinsensus 50. If you're just scrolling down a little bit more, you have Bybit, and Bybit is a super great swing platform that we're using, and you also can receive up to $4,100. If you want to be a part of our community, you have the Telegram group right here. You have the link. So if there's any questions that you have regarding to anything, please feel free to ask us. You can tag me, and I'll try to answer you as fast as possible. And you're having the Telegram group in the chat where Wesley just put up. But on Theta, we are just having huge momentum right now. So either we could come back down to and retest 6.5, but what you have to have in mind, or I'm no financial advisor obviously, but to look at this previous resistance, but because every time we came to that level, the market didn't have the power to break it. So as long as we're breaking it and you see clear breakout retest, that's another thing. But if you see the market actually going back down and closing inside, that could also be the market coming back down again. So Bitcoin is trying to play with us. We actually don't know what's going to happen. I hope the market breaks to the upside, but the market will never care about me. So we're just following. We're just following market. Okay, guys. So Wesley told me to look at XIO. XEU USDT. Let's start over. Natalie, is the Discord open yet? I have to look. I have to actually look at that because I know we were working on it. Just 1 second, guys. I just want to see how if we're gonna use TikTok instead. Natalie, do you view other people charts on here? There's so many social media channels, I'm exhausting. Yeah, nice background, thank you. Thank you so much, KK. Have a good day. Do you view other people's charts on here? No, I've never done that actually, but that's definitely something that I could do. If you're just if you are inside our community, you can you could actually send the picture to me on Telegram if you're just tagging me, and then I can use it as long as you want, if it's okay for you, for me to show that the people and what the question is. I could definitely do that. Okay, so looking at XIO, we're taking Fibonacci from 0.03 to the highest point at 0.06. And looking at the daily, we came back down, obviously, and retested the 60%. But we also had the market, we had the fake out, we had the retest, so I could potentially see the market continue back down, but we're also using a Fibonacci from the lowest point at 0.4389 to the highest point at 0.06696. We're taking the other Fibonacci away. So first of all, what we want to see is how the market, if the market comes back down to 0.5284. And then market just might slowly go to the upside. But when we're coming up to this resistance again at 0.692442, because the market is obviously, from level to level, so the market will not just spike through everything. So that's why we're trying to see how the market reacts to these levels. For the past 1 hour, the market did nothing but just bounce up and down at the same positions. Yeah, and that's why it's really important having the patience and understand what type of cycle we are in. SCU. We're looking at SCU. I've never analyzed this market before, so that's good. Okay, so looking at skew, I'm using 0.205 as a strong level. Market tried to break this level so many times. Market came up and retested, but it actually looks right now that we could have a great retest of this level, and then market continues to the upside. As long as we're not having a candlestick closing. Okay, so this is the daily. I want to see how it looks on the 4-hour chart. So yeah, it looks kind of good if you're just going back in time. You don't want the market to come inside and closing inside of this. So what potentially could obviously happen, we're taking Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point, and that is from 02013 to the highest point 02208, because the market is at this highest point right now, and because everyone here knows that when we want to buy the market, we want to buy the market as low as possible, right? So that's where the patience comes in, because if you're starting to buy the market right now, the market goes back down, you're in drawdown, maybe you're over leveraging, you will not have money on your account, and then market could continue to the upside and you don't have the money and you're losing the trade. So I would wait for the market to at least come back down and retest this previous resistance, always combined with the Fibonacci, to see how the market reacts to it. You can also either 0.2114 or 0.2091. So we're looking, isn't that the same? See a coin? That was skew. All are CX. Volume on BTC is going lower and lower, but we're going up, which could be a bullish sign. So we could see breakup very soon. Thinking about going in with few more positions. But that's just a super good update from me, Mark. What was it? I don't like markets like this. So many gaps. I don't even know what the hell's going on. No. Okay, well, I'll try. You're having the gap. You also have the support. So yeah, what I could see usually. Oh my god, I don't understand how you guys can trade something like this. Okay, so you're having the support around 81,820. So what could potentially happen is that the market comes up to the previous support and resistance zone. Stories, oh yeah, around 16,31,264, and either the market breaks it or it comes back down, but it needs to break one of these levels. Okay, we're looking at ADA. Where's the super chat option? Okay, so we're looking at ADA, and we're having the market. Okay, so we didn't have the power to break this low that we're having, and just what I expected, the market did come to 50 and 61%, almost came to 61%. I think I took it from the daily, was it on the weekly maybe? Yeah, so the market came back down and retested. We came up and retested the 50%. That was also me expecting the lower high. What potentially could happen right now on ADA is that if we see the market retesting 1.9, and then we're having dojis and stuff like that, reversal patterns, you could see market continues back down again. Because looking at the weekly, I mean, come on guys, if we're closing in 3 hours like this, the market will come back down. I mean, it's the huge candlesticks to the downside. So I do believe on every pair, even on Bitcoin, we will be bearish. Taking the Fibonacci away, we don't need it right now. But if we're, yeah, so let's say if we're holding this as a resistance, the market could come back down to 1.6. But if you also see the market, if let's say if the market doesn't have the power, if the market has the power to break it, you could see continuation to the upside. So I would look at 1.8 and see how the market's behaving around that level. Rose. Rose. Okay, huge momentum to the upside. It's really hard analyzing a market like this. We do have the resistance right here around 0.39. So either we will hold it as a support, or we will actually break it and come back down. To what level? We can take Fibonacci from 26,702 to the highest point at 39543. So if we see the market breaking to the downside, we could see market coming back down to 31736 or to 33122, and then market slowly starts to go to the upside again. That is only if you see the market coming back down. Doesn't have to do that, but it's just like either we can hold 39324 as a support again. Market goes up. Bitcoin's trying to break to the upside. We just have to wait and see. Natalie the winner. Hello, Anna. How are you? Let's see what else. What else? What else? What else? Requested coins, MTL. Thank you so much, Wesley. MTL USDT. Metal. In Swedish, we say metal. And just, I know no one really cares, but now you know how to say that in Swedish. Okay, so we're looking at the weekly. We're having a trend line. And we kind of just broke it. Going, that was the weekly, so we're just gonna adjust it on the daily, on the weekly. Okay, I don't want to use, let's see. Okay, so we're having a trend line and it looks like we're gonna respect it, but we're also having this support, previous resistance at 3.6. So the market could right now continue back up to that level. We can also use this support right here at 3.1, and if we could see the market breaking it and you see the retest, the market could continue back up, and we are retesting at that point 3.152. But when we're coming up to 3.7, the resistance, just look at this resistance and see if it's going to hold or if it's actually going to break it, and then market hold it as a support, market goes to the upside. What the fuck, my orders got rejected. Oh shit! I can't play orders. Are you sure about that? What broker do you use, Mark? I'm using this support. Yeah, guys, it looks like we're actually going back up because you had the fake up, market comes in, market goes to the upside. And Bitcoin is a pain in the ass because it's never moving. UK broker. Oh. Are you sure that, because sometimes if you're having certain brokers, maybe the market is closed. Like sometimes during this time, I know that because when you're having cryptocurrencies, some brokers actually closing certain times depending on at what time it is. And I know that I've used some brokers before, and at this time the market was closed just like for like half an hour or something. So just look at the times on the broker. Could be that. Okay, this was MTL. We're looking at AVAX, USDT. Okay, so Bitcoin, it's on its way up. But let's see how it goes. I still have my positions as long. Yes, they do close, but not now. This sucks. Do you have more positions in? So maybe the broker doesn't allow you to have more, because sometimes depending on how much money you have on the broker, maybe you don't have Maybe you cannot take more positions because you already have too much on. Natalie, you're so romantic. Wow. Wow, Injin King. You're so many compliments. I don't even know what to do with them. Okay, so we're looking at AVAX. I don't believe that's the problem. Okay, daily. I guess this is the all-time high that we're having on AVAX. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it kind of looks like that. And we are, okay, so the next, we do have this previous resistance around 108. So we could come back down to that level, but as I told you guys, but on the 4-hour chart, we also have a resistance right here at 129. Because, so let's say if we see the market breaking this level and retest it from below 129, we could come back down to this level at 108. But let's see if we can use the Fibonacci from lowest point from 97 to the highest point at 237. We could definitely come back down to this, maybe 213 or 109, 108. Yeah, it's really hard using, you're totally wrong, Wesley, but we can try. Because this is actually the whole move. I don't care about these small corrections. I'm taking it from the lowest point to the highest point, so this Fibonacci could actually be pretty accurate. Yeah, so as long as we're having a low and we're having a high. So yeah, market could come back down to these levels. Coins, seller, CELR, USDT. Okay, so we did have power, we didn't have the power right now to break 0.15. That is the previous high that we did have on CELR. So we could potentially come back down to 0.13 if we see the pullback. And you also have 0.12. Because right now it's really hard doing anything more than just wait and see which level of these the market will respect, because obviously the market is in an uptrend, but we have to wait for the market to break to the downside for then continuing to the upside. So that's why we're always looking at the lower time. We're trying to find the lowest point where the market can come back down to, because I want to buy as low as possible. So I'm never starting to buy the market at the highest point. And it looks like Fibonacci, it doesn't look like Bitcoin will continue to the upside. So this is why, like, I mean, this is why we definitely have to have the patience to wait. Because just because the market is not going to your take profit right away doesn't mean it's not going to happen. We're looking at Crow. Looking at Crow USDT. I mean, they've been so bullish. It's really hard. I mean, momentum is huge. Mark. Yeah, Mark, what is it? Have a moon optimist. Okay, so I mean, this is super hard, guys. I really want to see. I mean, we could see market coming back down to 0.69. We're also having a small pullback at 0.63. I mean, but it's really hard right now. So I'm just trying to see where the market actually has been having a small pullback. Thank you so much, Wesley, for helping me, and you too, Mark. Super nice to have you on here and helping me. Okay, this was Crow. We're looking at Alice. Looking at Alice USDT. And we are right now retesting so I do have this previous resistance at 19, and going down to the lower time frames, we're right now retesting that level. But so let's see how we can do this. So from this level right now, two things can obviously happen. Either we will break inside of it again and use this as a support, maybe continue to the upside, or we're actually gonna, I think I want to do it like that. We're gonna retest it and then coming back down, because we're having such huge momentum right now. But if we're taking Fibonacci from 22 to the lowest point at, no, I want to take it from this level, from 21.26 to 18.85. You could also see the market breaking to the upside and create the lower high around 20.32, then market continues back down. First target from that level could be around 18.28. You're having this previous resistance at 17, then I have 17.05, and the last one is 15.93. But we could just respect this support, previous resistance. But this is what I'm talking about. So if you see the breakout, retest, continuation. Just test it with another account. Did it work? Works fine. Huh. Okay, so Bitcoin is about to break. Bitcoin is about to break, guys. Bitcoin is breaking. Let's see, what else can we look at? So Wesley did give me ATA. Well, there goes the ticket. Weird. Well, there goes a ticket. Oh yeah. ATA. BTC is breaking and I cannot open a position. You know, actually sometimes the brokers can do that. So depending on what type of broker you're actually having, I remember I had that problem too before, and when the market was just like about to do a move, the broker just, you know, it stopped. You couldn't do anything. So that's why, you know, you should really look for what type of brokers you're having, because they can really mess with you. Okay, we're starting over looking at ATA, starting off with the daily. Looking at the weekly first of all. Okay, so we're closing with a huge bearish candlestick. had such a huge fake out to the upside, so we're taking that one like that. But that is not accurate right now. No one cares about that trend line, to be honest. We're just taking that one away. Make no sense having a trend line like that. Okay, that sucks, Mark. Okay, looking at the weekly again. Okay, so we are taking, I'm gonna see how it looks on 12-hour chart. So I'm gonna take Fibonacci from 0.9437 to the highest points, and that is 1.0697. I mean, can you see how accurate my box just were? Yeah, so we could potentially see market coming back down to this level. To 0.9902 or 1.007870, and then we could potentially see market continuing to the upside. So what could also happen? Okay. Yeah, or the market would just actually hold this support at 1.0484, around that level. Depends on how it yeah, so if we're not holding 1.0494, I could see market coming back down to 0.9927. But if we're holding this support right now, you can also see if we're taking another Fibonacci from 1.0047 to the highest point to where we are right now. We're actually right now retesting the 50%. Market continues to the upside. Going all in on Bitcoin. Looking at Bitcoin again, obviously, because we want to see how it looks, because I am also in 2 positions right now on Bitcoin, and I actually bought the market around 58,600. And we're about to go up. Can you see how perfect this was? This low that I was talking about, 59,277. This was the area I wanted to see how the market reacted to. So I told you guys, if you weren't in the live stream at that point, I told them if we're coming back down and breaking this level and retest it from beneath, the market will go back down. But right now the market continues to the upside. It did respect it, continuation to the upside. So my target is my take profit, because I bought the market. My take profit is around 62,000, because that is the higher time frames Fibonacci. If we're looking at the higher time frames, that's where the market can come to and then continues back down. Obviously it's far away. Looking at the weekly, it's 3 hours and 22 minutes left. So, you know, market doesn't have to come up to that level because we're having such a huge candlestick. But obviously we can just have a quick spike to it. But if we're coming up to 62,000 or 50%, around 61,000, I want to see how the market reacts to that level, because at that point I'm actually starting to see if I'm gonna sell Bitcoin again, because just looking at market structure, the market we're having such a huge bearish candlestick to the downside. So just going back in time, you could see that for a couple of weeks ago, we had kind of the same scenario. So the market created the higher high, comes back down, create a higher low. So the overall picture is the market coming back down right now and create the higher low before market continues to the upside. So that's the overall picture. We are still in a uptrend, but the market needs to come back down to create the higher low for then continuing to break this higher high that we're having around 65,000 and create a new all-time high on Bitcoin. But first of all, market needs to on the daily, we are in a downtrend. So this is the pullback that we're seeing right now. You have the lower high, lower low. Create a lower high against these level, lower low. Market comes back down to Fibonacci levels that we're having on the weekly. Everyone's gonna panic and think market will go back down, and then slowly market continues to the upside. Higher time frame, super good using. And if we're coming up to 62,000, that's when my target, my profit will get hit. And then I'm gonna see if we're gonna break it, continue to the upside, or if we're actually gonna do. Natalie, did you close your shorts yesterday when I told you to? I did close my shorts. I did that. I actually took 2 trades more and the stop loss took them, but I had such a small, I didn't go in with huge positions. So for me, I was still in profit. I had 4 other orders in. Was it 4? And I took 2 more, and those 2 were in drawdown. And the annoying thing with Bitcoin yesterday, I kind of actually saw it, but I didn't react to it. I saw the market actually did I think it was on the 2-hour chart. It was so beautiful. Like, it was such a beautiful retest that we did have. Yeah, it was around this level right here. So I was in the trade yesterday on this candlestick. But when I saw it on the 1-hour chart, you guys remember the market just went straight up. Market came back down, faked us out, retest, continuation. So I was kind of, I kind of just wanted to shoot myself, to be honest. I wanted to jump out of my window, and then because I saw this, and this is like what I'm looking for, to see the fake out, retest, continuation. And this was like screaming, Natalie, you're buying the market right now. But what did I do? I was still in a sell position, but I was in profit anyways. But it's kind of annoying when you actually see it. You could have seen it coming. But new week, new opportunities, right? So let's see how this plays out with Bitcoin this time. MTL, what is it? MTL USDT. Now we've been looking at MTL. Okay, so ATA CKB. CKB USDT. We're looking at CKB USDT. Starting with weekly. Oh, guys. We're taking Fibonacci from 0.1207 to the highest point 0.2926. If we're closing like this, I can almost promise you that we will continue back down. Looking at the higher time, looking at the daily, the market is right now at the Fibonacci level to create the lower high. So from this level back down, the market could definitely continue. Looking at the 4-hour chart on how it looks, It looks like Bitcoin. So this is what I see. You have the fake out, breakout, retest, continuation to the downside. So if I was trading CKB, I would sell the market kind of right now. But that's just me. So I'm not financial advisor. So everything that I do and say on this live stream is based on, I'm no financial advisor. And I would take my profit around 0.2134, and then I would look at the higher time frames, Fibonacci at 0.2, 0.7 and 0.1863. That could also be my targets that I'm having for the NC market continuing to the upside. Yes guys, if you haven't liked this live stream, please guys go inside and like it. We are 1 like from 100. We have 99 likes, we have 3 dislikes, and I wonder who these 3 people are. That's the only thing I'm wondering. Joking. Thank you so much for supporting this this channel that I am having. I'm super happy about it. Please go inside and subscribe to this channel, so you will always have daily updates about cryptocurrencies. I have so many live streams during the week, you have no idea. This is the fifth live stream that I'm having this week. 5. Requested thank you, Mark, Wesley. Maybe you saw that I was wondering what I was supposed to do. So we're looking at, I guess this is the one. Where are you from originally? I'm Swedish and I'm Finnish. So my dad's from Finland and my mother is from Sweden. Finlandia. Yeah, so I'm half Swedish, I'm half Finnish, but I live in Sweden. Hillary Clinton won one of the dislikes. Well, I don't like her either, so I don't care. Okay, so we're looking at Elrond network having huge momentum to the upside. So what can I do? I'm taking the daily resistance right here. If we're coming back down to that level, doesn't have to. I'm Finnish, Swedish, Finnish, Polish, and German. Oh God, you're everything. Like, you're the definition of a European. Okay, so pullback. The pullback could be down to 4112 because that's the higher that is the Fibonacci. Oh, Germany. Okay, so it's 73 people on here. So what country are you from? Where are you from? USA. I'm a mutt from WI. Where are you from, guys? I like to ask this question because I do think it's pretty interesting from what countries you are from. Say, but on Elrond, pullback could come back down to 412. And we could also come back down and retest 399. Continuation to the upside. If we break in that level, we can come back down to previous resistance at 367. North Pole, Louisiana, USA, Copenhagen, Bulgaria, Wisconsin, USA, Estonia. I know people from Estonia. No, I don't know people, but I know. Pakistan, USA, Georgia, USA, originally from Suriname, living in Amsterdam, Bulgaria, Brit in Bulgaria. I've never asked that. Have you visited Croatia? I've never actually visited Croatian. I don't even know how to pronounce that in English. Canada, Poland, GB, I don't know what that is. Got a global mixer. Yeah, it's people from everywhere. So this is the funny thing. I know Croatia is amazing. I've seen pictures and I want to go there. Can you do a quickie on Sheeb? I think I had it here. So quick one on Shiba Inu. Could come up and retest 4665, coming back down to 4247. As long as we want to see how the market's behaving towards this trend line that I'm having right here. So between the support at 4258 and the trend line, a lot of things can happen. A lot of fake outs until it actually break one of them. But the Fibonacci on the weekly is around 3055 and 3762. Solana, Ethereum. Okay, so looking at, I don't know if this, okay, so this looks so much better. Okay, so we're having the market, so before, when we came to this level at 052622, so we're looking at Solana, Ethereum. The market had trouble breaking this level. Could you see market break, fake out, retest, continuation to the downside? And then right now we are about to break this level. So we are taking we can also take this trend line right here. So either the market will break, either it will actually hold it as a support around 52608, continuation to the upside. So yeah, it looks like we can be bullish on this pair. Trying to find Wesley's the LFG USDT. Oh. LFG token USD. Wow. I don't know if we have, maybe it was USD. Okay, so we're having, okay, is this 1527 on the daily? We're having the support. We could see market coming back down if we are seeing correction to the downside, retest, continuation, but it's pretty hard. I mean, this is a very string. Yeah, well, you're having the gaps, but huge candlestick to the upside, and we're breaking the support, previous support at 1523. So market could come back down if we see that, but it's really hard because I don't have so many things right now using, and looking at the lower time frames, this is just messy. Natalie, how do you say in Swedish hello, how are you? We say hej, hur mår du? Hej, hur mår du? That's how we say it. Hej, hur mår du? Mår du bra? So we're looking at SEK and looking at the weekly, huge candlestick to the upside. We're having a previous resistance right here at 177, and that's when the market broke, retested. Also, you could see a small retest right here. So potentially what could happen, looking at the 4-hour, if you see a pullback, we're using fib from 186 to the highest point at 177.227. Could potentially come back down, and that is also combined. Look at this, guys. So this is Fibonacci. It's beautiful. You also could retest 200, and that is also combined with a previous resistance that we did have, and these are these resistance on the daily. So we might see a pullback down and then continuation to the upside. But if we're not holding that, you can see breakout retest, comes back down to 175, and then market comes to the upside again. But right now, as I would never do anything right now because the market is just, market could come back down, but it could also just continue to the upside. That's why it's really hard doing anything right now. Yes, guys, and if you haven't liked this live stream, please go inside and push that button so we're getting more likes, so we can expand to more people. And if you want to be a part of Bitcoinsensus community, we also have a chat. As you can see right here, you're having the Telegram group where you can just click in the description down below. You're having the link, so you're able to talk to me, you're able to talk to all of the other people that's also interested in trading. As you can see right now, I'm having over 2k followers, 2,000 followers, and that is I'm so happy about that. I'm super happy. We're also right now having a bonus on Femex. You can have a bonus up to $4,100. You're having the link in the description down below. You can also on Prime XPT. It's a super good exchange for day trading, and you can have up to 50% bonus added to your deposit when you're using my promo code Bitcoinsensus50. Super good, guys. You're having so many things here. We're gonna use Discord, but I'm not sure if you're using that one right now. But until then, go down and you'll have the Telegram community, and I guess the guys right now, Wesley or Mark, is putting that up in the chat. But thank you so much, guys. I'm having 2k with you guys. I'm having 2,000 followers right now, and I'm super happy about that. Goodbye, Ian. Have a good night. Thank you, Wesley and Mark, for being here and helping me. I'm super happy for you guys that you are here. We're looking at Bitcoin again because obviously I am inside trades and we are going up right now. So my take profit is at 62,000. We're about to go up. I want to see how. So right now I do have 320 pips in total on that I'm in profit. 330 pips right now. I have 2 orders in, and together I have 2 orders, and combined together that is the total of 330 pips on Bitcoin. So I'm having long positions right now. 2,000 followers. Yeah, I know, guys. Thank you so much. I'm super happy about that. I'm super happy. Thank you so much, guys. This is because of you. And me, of course, but I mean, you're the one supporting me and I'm helping you. So it's a win-win. BTC. So Zen BTC. Yes, thank you so much for Wesley and Mark. You're doing such a great job. Don't show off. Let me say mine. Okay, so let's see. On the weekly, having huge momentum to the upside. Appreciate all the work. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Super happy about this. For some people, maybe 2,000 is not much, but for me, it is a lot. I mean, it's 2,000 people actually decided to press the button. Thank you so much, Mark. I'm super happy about that. Thanks, Nat. I've subscribed. Thank you so much, Nabel. Thank you. I'm super happy. Yes, Wesley. Just to start, Marvick. Yes, I mean, everything is when you're doing it steady and slowly. That's a good thing, because when everything happens right away, I mean, sometimes for it to be stable and good, it has to be with patience. Just like trading, guys, we have to be patient. Don't forget to hit the notification when you subscribe to the channel. Yes, guys, don't forget that, because I always have multiple live streams like this. And guys, we're going to the upside. This is why you should be on my channel, because I was talking when the market came back down. We came back down on Bitcoin to, I told everyone that if we are breaking 59,280, that's when the market will go back down. But we did have a wick, and market did continue. And then the market breaks to the upside. So guys, this is why you should follow me, to be honest. I've been doing this for so long. I'm not bragging, but I kind of know what levels, and it's super funny to do that, to see how the market's actually reacting to the levels that you're having. But it comes with practice. I can't enter. Hope your ex not watching. Yeah, Wesley's just telling us things that no one actually like. No one really cares about that, Wesley. How did you handle the crash back in May? I was selling the market. When you're crashing, you're selling the market. When the market is going up, you're buying the market. Okay, guys. So looking at Sen BTC, I'm using this previous high that we're having around 1726. So either we will hold this as a support continuation to the upside, or we could come back down to 1673 and then see continuation to the upside. So we're waiting for the pullback. So we're having two targets. We're having 1728, previous resistance, might turn into a support. Or if we're breaking that level, we could see market reacting to 1676 and then continuation to the upside. That is also combined with the previous high, but it's Fibonacci. I love your content, miss. I'd be cool if you like. Yes, I'm gonna. God bless. Thank you so much. Natalie, how can you see if it will hold without being too late? What? How can you see it will hold without being too late already? Wesley, I do not understand your question right now. Okay, we're looking at link USDT. So if anyone want me to look at link, this is the time you should either start to screenshot, but you should definitely listen to it. Bra. Looking at, okay, so this what happened. So on Chainlink, I did have this this trend line. As we can see right now, the market is breaking it to the inside. So this is super good because we're having a previous support right here too. So what could potentially happen, because right now we're having the momentum to the upside, so right now I wouldn't do anything. But if we see the market coming back down to the trend line and also this previous resistance that we're support that we're having around 28, that could be the pullback continuation to the upside. So this is what you see, fake out, retest, comes inside the trend line, continuation. We're taking away this Fibonacci and we're just taking a new one. And we came back down to the almost to the 61%, and then we did just retest it, continuation. So yeah, so market, the targets that I'm having obviously will not happen like right away. We also have to break this resistance at 32.84, but the targets based on the Fibonacci is 36.81, 43.74, and 49.75. It will not happen right away. It's a lot of things that will happen in between, but the long-term targets could be these. Requested coins, MIR, USDT. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're looking at MIR. We did have the support already at 2.7, and we're also having the trend line, and I'm basing that off the daily. And we had the fake out from this level. So potentially what could happen is that you're seeing the market coming back down to 2.7 again, retest, and then you see the market continue to the upside. Because if we're taking a Fibonacci from 2.6 to 3, you can see that this is where the Fibonacci level is. So if we see the market coming back down, this is the target that I'm having. But you definitely have to wait and see how the markets react to the trend line, because 90% of the time the trend line is more respected than the support and resistance zones. And this is a trend line that I'm having on the daily, so when the market comes to this level, I can almost promise you that you will see a fake out, market comes inside, comes back inside again. So obviously, as you all know, market usually have trouble breaking the trend line, but we have to be patient about it. I want to see how look on Bitcoin, obviously, because I'm in the trade. We are still going up. Looking at the lower time frames. I don't want to confuse myself with. Okay, Mark, have a good sweet dreams. Thank you so much for helping me out. One old man was saying Bitcoin going to be zero. Yes. Hi, Tesfaye. How are you? 170. Yes, I know, guys. If you haven't liked this live stream, please go inside and like this so we can reach out to more people. It would be super nice. Still waiting for the market to break to the upside. Okay, guys. You know what? I actually... Okay, guys, I'm gonna end this live stream right now. I have to make a video too. Oh. Thank you so much, Vincent. Thank you so much. Requested coins. I'm gonna end this live stream. Sorry, guys. But I hope you're having a good day wherever you are in the world. And I leave this for the next one. Yes. Thank you so much. What I'm gonna do right now is that I'm actually gonna go into Twitter and I'm gonna answer the analysis that you want, because I'm gonna do that too. When I come, you're going test for A. Sorry, I'm super sorry, guys. So we would just, the appreciation is so good that you need to make a video. Yes, I'm gonna make a video and you'll see it soon. But until then, thank you so much, guys, for being here and watching me. I have 2,000 subscribers right now. I'm super happy about that. If you haven't liked this live stream, please go inside and do that. I've been going through a lot of pairs, so just guys go back. Just guys go back and watch this live stream. I've been going through so many pairs. Requested coins, SLP, but I mean, yeah, I don't have to write them down. Next stream, they're just gonna tell me. But thank you so much, Wesley. Thank you, Wesley. Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Have a good sleep. Have a good day. It's super cold in Sweden. I hope you have it better than us. Okay? So let's see how Bitcoin is going. Have a good night. Toodles from Sweden. Have a good day. Have a good day.